Hello, lords and ladies of YouTube, and welcome back to Nightly Gaming's Nightly Gaming and another episode of Gaming News. So, this week we are going over more League of Legends World Championship Series news. So, we're going to start out with the results of Group Stage. So, Group Stage has officially ended, and the teams that are making it out of Group Stage from each individual section. So, Group A, coming out of Group A, we have the Flash Wolves and the Ku Tigers. Group B is Fnatic and AHQ. Group C is SK Telecom T1 and Edward Gaming. And then finally out of Group D we have KT Rolster and Origin. So we have two EU teams as well as the Koreans and the Taiwan and the one Chinese team. So that was actually the surprising part of it, is that there is only one Chinese team. We have the three Korean teams, we have two of the European teams, and then we have the two Taiwanese teams, all coming out of this. So after the group stages had completed, they then matched up the various teams to see who is going to be going against each other in the bracket stage. So in the knockout stage of the tournament, the matchups are going to be on one side of the bracket, KT Rolster versus Ku Tigers. So we start out with a Korean matchup right at the beginning, and then we have Fnatic versus EDG on that same side. So Fnatic, out of the European teams, is considered, at least initially coming into this, was considered the powerhouse, the one that was expected to if there was going to be a Western team that can win the tournament, it's going to be Fnatic. One of their big matchups was going to be against EDG. It was considered EDG and SKT are the ones to beat. And Fnatic is against EDG right off the bat. So we'll see how that goes. On the other side of the bracket, we have Origin versus Flash Wolves and SKT T1 versus facing off against AHQ. So that's also going to be an interesting one to watch, because not the first week necessarily, although Origin versus Flash Wolves should be interesting, but SKT is most likely going to beat AHQ, realistically speaking. Not a guarantee, but most likely. And if Origin can beat Flash Wolves, then that's going to be a big matchup to see. I actually feel that Origin is the stronger team at Worlds between Fnatic and Origin right now. They had a really strong first week. They're showing the second week had some issues. There was some weaknesses shown, but I still feel that they were stronger overall and that they're actually improving. So we will see about how the Origin versus SKT matchup goes, assuming both of those teams can make it past the first stage. So anyways, look forward to those games for the knockout stage starting off next week. The first matchup we're going to be having is Origin versus Flash Wolves, and these games will be taking place in London rather than in Paris now. So look forward to that. Moving on to some of the repercussions of World is, after CLG was officially out of contention to move out of the group stage, there were some interviews with some of the people on the team. So Pobelter hinted at the fact that someone might be retiring from CLG, and then Doublelift confirmed that there was someone that was at least talking about it. That there is at least one member of CLG talking about retirement. So who was talking about retirement wasn't mentioned. We know it's not Pobelter, we know it's not Doublelift. My guess is it's probably either Zion Spartan or Xmithie, possibly Aphromoo, but I don't think it's Aphromoo the more I put thought into it. Xmithie is the oldest one on the team. Zion Spartan has been a longtime veteran, had lots of difficult times throughout his league career. But both Xmithie and Zion Spartan had some issues throughout the series with their play. Zion Spartan, especially in those those earlier games, he had some major issues. And Xmithie, a lot of people have been putting a lot of the blame for CLG not making it out of group stage on Xmithie's jungling and his inability to have early impact as a jungler. So my guess is it was one of those two talking about it. There's been no confirmation that they are retiring yet. Whether or not these are thoughts of retirement, or actual, like, serious discussions about retiring is yet to be seen. So we're not sure if this is going to lead to any actual roster change in CLG. This could just be after a really hard loss, after, you know, the emotions and frustration that comes from losing at Worlds and not even getting out of the group stage. That could just be, you know, making one of them, you know, the way they're dealing with the emotions is talking about retiring. It's like, I don't want to play the game anymore, things like that. So it could just be stress and low morale, and one of the players being upset and talking about retirement rather than actually retiring. But we will have to wait and see how that goes. Also, shout out to Dyrus, one of the longest played professional League of Legends players in the world, is officially retiring now. He got some flack about his top lane, especially the last split or two, but with that said, he was still a great top laner who really evolved the esports community, and a lot of the other League of Legends players would not have gone full depth into being pros without him and his example. He was one of the earliest ones to just truly dive in, dedicating his life to League of Legends. So, while I'm not the biggest of TSM fans, I am, you know, I respect Dyrus. He seems like a great guy, and I hope he does well with the rest of his life. But with that, we are done with gaming news for the day. If you have any comments on stories that I should have talked about, or things that I could have done better, let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, click the like button. That's always appreciated. And if you want to see more from me, check out my channel to see the videos I've already posted, or subscribe and see all my videos that I post. I do gaming news every Sunday, but I also do videos every day. So if you want to check that out, click the subscribe button. You'll be notified whenever I put out a new video. Otherwise, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!